When we look at the modern world map today, it feels incomplete without the United States. But just imagine centuries ago. Do you know how this magnificent nation truly came to be? Its story didn't start in a grand palace or a royal castle, but in the freezing snow-covered valleys of an ancient world. Today, we are going on a thrilling and mysterious historical journey to see how a handful of people turned an impossible dream into reality. The story begins thousands of years ago, during the reign of the Ice Age. Back then, modern-day Alaska and Russia weren't separated by the sea. A massive natural bridge of ice connected them. Driven by the constant search for food, a group of fearless hunters crossed this frozen path and stepped into a continent completely hidden from the rest of the world. These were the people we now know in history as the Paleo-Americans. Over time, they spread deeper down into the continent. Some set up camps along winding rivers, while others claimed the dense, dark forests as their home. They built unique tribes, invented their own languages, and transformed a harsh, untamed wilderness into their sanctuary. Then, history took a sharp turn that changed the face of the globe forever. The year was 1492, when an Italian explorer, sailing under the Spanish flag named Christopher Columbus, began cutting through the ocean waves in search of a new trade route to the Far East. He set sail looking for Asia, but his anchors dropped onto a land that Europeans would soon call the New World. Soon after, ships began swarming the oceans. The royal houses of Spain, France, Portugal, and Britain were overcome with a fierce greed to plunder this new land and claim colonies. At the dawn of the 17th century, British ships dropped anchor off the coast of Virginia, laying the foundation for Jamestown. This marked the spark of a friction that would eventually give birth to a brand new nation. As time passed, the 13 British colonies grew stronger and more prosperous. But the British crown, sitting far away in London, had its eyes set entirely on American wealth. They began imposing one brutal tax after another on the colonists, eventually taxing even everyday essentials like tea. The patience of the American people finally ran out. They raised a powerful cry: no taxation without representation. Then, on a freezing night in 1773, history witnessed a unique protest at Boston Harbor. Local citizens disguised themselves as Native Americans, boarded British cargo ships, and hurled millions of dollars worth of tea crates straight into the sea. This single act poured oil on the fire. The British government retaliated with severe, iron-fisted laws, but the sleeping giant had finally awakened. This was no longer just about taxes. It was about dignity and freedom. In 1775, the sound of gunfire signaled the start of the Revolutionary War. On one side stood the British Army, the most powerful military force in the world, and facing them were poorly armed American farmers and volunteers. This is where the hero enters, General George Washington, a man whose brilliant political insight and military strategy snatched victory right out of the jaws of defeat. In 1776, the United States of America formally declared its independence. Following a long, bloody conflict, Britain was forced to its knees by 1783, and the world had to accept that a new superpower had been born.
Even after gaining independence, the journey was far from over. President Thomas Jefferson completed a historic deal, purchasing the vast territory of Louisiana from France and doubling the size of the nation overnight. American troops and pioneers pushed, yet success didn't come without a terrible cost. Soon, America faced its most terrifying internal test, the Civil War in 1861. A brutal brother-against-brother conflict erupted over the abolition of slavery and the very survival of the Union. Lasting 4 years, President Abraham Lincoln's unwavering leadership and iron will saved the country from shattering into pieces, permanently smashing the chains of slavery. By the end of the 19th century, America had transformed into the world's greatest industrial powerhouse, After playing decisive roles in World War I and World War II, it secured the position from which global politics, from a small caravan of nomads to planting footsteps on the moon. This journey stands as ultimate proof that when humanity decides to dream big, history itself bows down. So friends, which part of this thrilling historical story surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on incredible stories like this. See you in the next episode. Take care.